guys, welcome back to Shina's Kitchen with me, Shina. So happy new year. So I hope this year is going to be a little bit kinder than 2020 was. So here's to hoping that 2021 is a better year. I hope you guys and your family are doing well and keeping safe. So anyway, I was just from shopping today and I thought like I'll make like a quick grocery haul kind of video because I like watching this. I was like, I'm going to make one of my own. So I thought I'll share that with you guys. And then also my grocery haul is going to be like from the supermarket. So this should give you guys like a range of how much things cost because I'm going to include that as well, especially if you're not like from Kenya, or if you're from Kenya but you just shop from the market. Like sometimes I shop from the market like once in a while, like when I'm feeling adventurous, like I just want to go and walk and look what fresh produce is there. But most times, I'm being honest, like I shop in the supermarket because it's easy and it's more convenient. And because I'm one, I feel like the prices here tend to be a little bit higher, but I feel like because of the ease and the comfort, it's easier for me. Also, a quick disclaimer or something that I should add on, this is what I buy, but it's not the same like every other week. It tends to change like after every 2 weeks or so. Like it really depends. Okay, so I've just finished unpacking everything, and guys, it's a lot. Like it looks a lot because I've displayed like everything out. So I'm going to try make this video quick because I was hoping to show you guys like also how I store the things. Okay, so this is everything we got. This is more of like the fresh stuff, but more like dry dairy eggs kind of thing. And then on this side, also ignore this, these are orange peels which I'm planning to boil later to make like some herbal tea. So, and then on this side is our fruits and vegetables. So this is pretty much everything that I got, which like I said, yes, does look a lot. So this usually will last like about 2 to 3 weeks, give or take, though there's some things that might finish like in a week, like let's say like my pack of lettuce. So anyway, so to get started, actually since I've just showed you guys that, I can just start with that. So like this lettuce was 85 shillings. Oh, also I almost forgot, I should probably mention that whatever I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be in Kenyan shillings, so you should probably convert to whatever currency works for you depending whatever country you're from. Okay, so back to our shopping. So I also got a bunch of dania. This is one bunch, which is normally like about 15 shillings. So it's normally like quite big. It's a good size. I also got a red cabbage. This is 111 shillings. And then we have some bananas here. I tend to buy my bananas when they're not ripe, so that way they can ripen as the days goes by, and I'm not in a hurry to eat them. But if they do ripen before I eat them, then I'll just make banana bread. So this was 72 shillings, and it's just under a kg, literally by like a few grams. So but for per kg it's 79 shillings. So this is a bit more expensive than buying individual bananas because these are 6 bananas, and most times in Kenya when you buy from vendors, one banana is like 10 shillings. So this is like 10 shillings extra because this would have been like 60 bob. So anyway, then you have potatoes, about 75 shillings per kg. These are white potatoes, so I got like 1.4, so it's 106 shillings. Usually I like to pick my potatoes, so I get like the big sizes or like the medium to large, so that way it's easier to peel, and if I'm using them like for wedges, it's like a lot easier to like handle. So most times I don't buy like the small warus or the small potatoes. Sorry, warus is potatoes if you're not Kikoyu. And then we have mangoes. So I got mangoes as well. Again, these mangoes are not ripe yet. Most times when I buy fruits, I tend to buy fruits when they're like underripe, so that way when they ripen I have time to eat them, and if not, I'll just freeze them for like smoothies. This one 98 shillings for 1.3, and per kg it was about 75 shillings. So we have apples here. Oops, and they're about to come off from the bag. Okay, so apples were 35 shillings for one, so I got 6 of them, so 35 by 6 is 210. So I'm just going to put this back in here before they all fall. And then we have here cucumbers. The cucumbers, I like to get the ones that are normally like the English cucumbers as we call them here in Kenya, and I like them because they don't have as much water and as many seeds as our local ones. So but sometimes alternate. Also I got some carrots, which were for a kg it's 75 shillings. These were just a little bit over, which was about 80 shillings. And then we have limes. I got limes. Usually I prefer lemons, but for some reason right now lemons are more expensive in Kenya than limes. Limes used to be more expensive, so in the supermarket like a kg of lemons was 250 shillings and limes was 175 shillings, so I went with the limes. And then we have some courgettes. So sometimes I go in phases when I'll eat courgettes, and then I'll go through months when I don't eat courgettes, so it really just depends. Same with cauliflower. Sometimes I'll eat cauliflower and then other times I just won't eat it for like a very long time. So this was 99 shillings. Okay, and then we have onions. So onions per kg was 69 shillings. This was 79 shillings. It was just a little bit over 1 kg. It was 1.4. Okay, so I've decided to change angles because I just felt like the video is going to be facing like just one thing all around, all through, like just showing the vegetables and me talking. So anyway, so mushrooms. So for like this packet, this is like a 250 grams packet, which goes for, this was 200 shillings. Mushrooms in Kenya tend to depend. So there's a time this was going for like 350 shillings or like 400 shillings, but right now it's going for 200 shillings, 199 to be precise. Okay, and then we have parsley. So this small bunch here was very expensive. Usually it's a bit cheaper. The bunches are normally a bit bigger. So this was 45 shillings. So that's a bit on the higher side, I must say, because other times when I bought parsley for like a bigger bunch than this, it's normally like about, for a smaller bunch it's normally about 25 shillings, and then for a bigger bunch it's normally 45 to 50 shillings if it's like the big bunch. So I don't know what was happening here today. Capsicums. So for the capsicums, these were 3 of them. For the 3 of these, this was 38 shillings. So that's pretty fair because for a kg is about 135 shillings. And then we have the colored capsicums. Colored capsicums tend to be more expensive, but I thought they were like fairly priced. So anyway, this was 85 shillings. And then spinach is normally like one price kind of throughout. So this is 27 shillings for a bunch, and this is what like one bunch looks like. So 27 shillings for that. And then we have watermelon. I feel like it's going to be expensive depending where you buy your watermelon from, because usually like a watermelon in Kenya you can get it for like a full one for like 300 shillings or something like that. So for this one it was 146 shillings. So we have our little bunch of mint in here, so you can see it's like a decent amount. So this was 45 shillings for this one. And then next we have our avocados. Ta-da! Okay, so those are fine. You can see they're like medium to large size, I would say. So those 4 cost me 100 shillings, and it was 69 shillings per kg. So avocados honestly tend to be very cheap. And then I have some sweet potatoes. Ooh, I love me some sweet potatoes. So it was 225, as you can see, which was just under 2 kgs. And those are what our sweet potatoes look like. Most times we tend to have like these purple reddish ones, though we also have like the white ones, but I like these ones. We also got tomatoes, and for my tomatoes I like to get ripe ones, as you can see, and then also underripe ones. So at the bottom there's like some that are like completely green, as you can see, so that way like my tomatoes are not all ripening at the same time, because I tend to leave them out. I don't put them in the fridge unless like I've not been able to like consume them. And that's now officially like pretty much it for all our veggies. Okay, and then for the dairy and eggs and cheese slash some dry goods that I got, so I got eggs. So for these eggs was like 13 shillings for one, so these are like 10. Sometimes I buy them in the pack, or sometimes when they have this in the market I get them because these are cheaper. But anyway, so there was like pasta, which was like 99 shillings. We also got coconut cream. I like getting both coconut powder and coconut milk, because I like putting like coconut powder in my smoothies, and then sometimes I'll use like the milk for cream dishes or like for like my curry dishes. So I don't know, I like having both options. I also got like this type of tomato paste. Usually I buy like the canned type of tomato paste. I've just opened my fridge to like this type, but I decided to try out these ones since I've been seeing them, the sachet ones. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then we also got milk. This is 500 ml milk, long life. So we got some of that. This was like about 6 packets. Then I also got maziwa mala, which is like buttermilk if you're not from Kenya. and this was 65 shillings. It was on offer from I think 75 shillings. And then there was cheese, cheddar cheese, and this was about 350 shillings. And then there was also yogurt, natural yogurt. I love natural yogurt, and I use natural yogurt for dressings, yogurts. I don't know, I really love yogurt, so we always get some natural yogurt. This was about 85 shillings for this 500 ml. And then I also got some dates, and for the dates it was 147 shillings for about 250 grams, as you can see there. Oh, and then this is not related to my to my food shopping, but yeah, we got a toothbrush. We change a toothbrush every now and then, not the point. So I got this Dove what do you call it? Yeah, it's a body wash, shower gel, body wash, whatever. Yeah, and it's avocado and calendula yeah, but it smells really good. I don't know if you guys do that, or if you're like me, like if you go shopping whereby you'll go and come across something that's on offer. So this was on offer, which is why I decided to try it out for I think 5 something. Usually it's about 800 and something. I've seen the Dove whatever shower gels. Anyway, yeah, and then you see something on offer and then you're like, ooh, let's try it out and see how it smells. Yeah, it smells so good because I already smelled it, which is why I bought it. I can't eat shower, I need. So I don't know if such small things make you guys happy, especially when it comes to things like shower gel. Like if you see any on offer, or just try out different shower gels, or you just stick to the one. Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm going to show you guys just a few things of how I store them, because I feel like this video is getting very long. Anyway, so when it comes to storing, these are like the worst bags you could use for storing fresh produce, especially things that get spoiled quickly, like spinach, because it literally just wilts, or things like mint or dania, like anything that's fresh, parsley. If you store it in this kind of bag, it wilts so quickly and gets spoiled really fast. I feel like these bags are mostly just good for storing things like onions and the likes. So for the spinach, I've removed it from this bag, which I have said if you store your spinach in this bag, I'm telling you, it will wilt like within 2 days. Even if it's in the fridge, it just wilts so fast. So I like to put my spinach, and then I've cut off the stems, as you can see. So I'm just going to add my spinach. And no, I don't wash my spinach like when I'm storing it. I wash it like when I'm cooking it. Actually, that's pretty much for most of my vegetables and avocado is a fruit, right? Yeah, so for my fruits and vegetables, so most times I just store them as they are, and then like I'll wash them when I'm consuming them. That way they last longer. To me, they tend to last longer when I do it that way. So this usually now I'll just cover it. So this container was completely dry, and then now it's just going to go inside, yeah, the fridge, and voila. And this, I'm telling you, this lasts like almost 2 weeks, believe it or not. Just nice and fresh. And then here I have my avocados, which I've removed from the bag as well. So because I want this to ripen, I put them in like a carton. So I've just taken out the avocados, put them in a carton, then I'm just going to put them in my pantry, like at the bottom shelf. And then for my carrots, I've removed them again from. So my memory card got full, and I'm not going to empty it right now, so I'm just using my phone to just finish up what I was saying. So I put those together so they could fit in a bigger container together. And then for my limes, actually I like to store my limes like in a container. Then I've wrapped them with cling film because the lid can't fit. That's why I put them in cling film. Then I'll put this in the fridge. So most times I don't put my limes or lemons outside because they tend to dry very quickly. So I tend to wrap them and then I put them in the fridge. And then my apples, the same thing. I've just put them in a container and then I have covered the container. Yeah, and this is just one of those containers you get like if you order takeaway food. So I didn't throw it, so I keep it because the lid closes like very well. Also for the vegetables, when I say I don't wash them, just to clarify, I mean like I don't take them and submerge them in water. So most times the least I'll do is just like wipe off like any dust, but that's about it. But I'm still going to wash them now like when I cook them. So I just do like the bare minimum, just like wiping out any dust, but not on all of them. And just to add on to those who normally wash like their vegetables, like I do understand everyone is like different, especially we have kids. Like you probably want to wash like your fruits and other vegetables that they might eat raw like in advance because you don't know what they might pick from the fridge. So the best tip I can give you is to make sure that whatever you wash, please make sure if you submerge them in water, make sure you dry them off, so that when you're putting them like in the fridge, like they're completely dry, like they don't have any moisture to them. That way your vegetables last longer and they do not like get spoiled. Dania here, I've put it in water. That's how I normally store it. Then I'll wrap it with cling film. So I'm just going to cut out like what holds it, not exactly the stem. So usually I just cut out like the bark of the tree, and then that's it. Okay, so this is how I store my dania. So I just put it in water like I mentioned earlier, and then I wrap it with cling film. Sometimes we don't have enough fridge storage, then I'll just wrap it in cling film, remove it from the net bag, and then wrap it in cling film or put it in water. So since there's plenty of space, usually then I put it there, and then now we just close. Oh, and then the vegetables, that's where they are. So I've already wrapped my cauliflower and my red cabbage. You can see all the other veggies in there, and voila, that's about it. And then for this storage space, I like to leave it like for cooked foods. So it's the next day, and I decided to film like a short snippet to just show you guys the mint leaves, like how I stored them, because I figured I'll show you guys like a bit of a difference. So the mint leaves, remember yesterday, like from what I showed you, so I left some outside, and you can see these have like already like dried if you have a look at them. And I did nothing, I just left some outside on the countertop, and then the remaining ones I put them yesterday like in water. And look, from how they looked yesterday, some looked a little bit like wilted, and right now they're like flourishing. This is literally overnight, guys. Like there's absolutely nothing I've done to them. I've just added water. So you can see water in here, and that's all I did. I just trimmed the edges and then put them in water, and voila. So that's how usually I store my mint leaves. So usually I leave these out on the countertop for like a few days, and if I notice they're starting to like get weak or something, then usually I'll change the water and then wrap them loosely with like cling film. And the same thing applies to the dania in the fridge that I showed you guys. It's just wrapped loosely with cling film. And then for the parsley, same thing. I just put the parsley in some water, and then I'm also going to wrap this with cling film, and then I'm going to put these ones in the fridge. So the parsley is going to go in the fridge. This I'm going to leave out for a few days. So for this mint, instead of throwing this, because now this is dry mint. So if you want a dry mint, by all means, then leave it out and it's going to like dry. But I'm going to use it to make like my herbal tea that I had mentioned, because now I didn't make that yesterday. So I'm just going to wash these leaves, then I'm going to add them in there. Then you guys can check that out in my what I eat in a day video if you'll be interested. And for the other fruits, I just put them in a different basket. So the bananas are in their own basket, and the mangoes are in their own basket. So sometimes if I want my mangoes to ripen a bit faster, because I mentioned that these are not ripe, then I'll put like the bananas like on top of them. But for now, I'm not really in a hurry to eat them because I have other fruits, which is why I've stored them separately like that. Oh, and one more thing. So I noticed like whatever the grocery haul that I did was mostly like fruits and vegetables and a bit of dairy and the eggs. But I do have meat. It's just that I didn't buy meat because I already had like chicken in the fridge. So in case you're wondering, yes, I do eat meat. I just didn't buy for this time round. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, the grocery haul that I shared with you guys, whether there's some vegetables that you guys buy that are similar to mine, and also the storage tips. Let me know if those were useful or helpful. Okay, so that's a wrap for our video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little healthy grocery haul, and maybe it gave you like some ideas of vegetables that you can buy if maybe you haven't bought them before, or things that you can try out. So hopefully in the next videos I'm going to be showing you guys like how I made some of these meals like in more of like what I eat in a day kind of thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.